Jackson was a son, an uncle, a brother, and a friend to many. He passed away clinging to a tree after his loving, close-knit family from Louisiana walked the banks of the fast-moving Payette River in Emmett, Idaho, desperately searching for him. Now, the interesting part of the story is how Mr. Everette Jackson got in this predicament. Let's get to it.
Tonight, we hear from the family of former teammates and roommates of Everette Jackson as they react to news of his death. Jackson went missing on Saturday, June 11th. A witness reported seeing him fall from a tube going underwater and not resurfacing on the Payette River in Emmett, Ohio. News 10's Rodrika Taylor is in the studio tonight. Rodrika spoke to each of them as they begin the healing process. Rodrika.
Darla, the people I spoke with say Everette's passing is very difficult. Some of those closest to him remember good times they shared.
If you didn't know him, you had to get to know him. Like, you love him.
Former teammates and roommates of Everette Jackson say hearing the news about his death hit them hard.
It had me crying like every single time I just watch a video, Snapchat. I've been crying each and every day, like the emotions been flying all over.
Keon Lyons, Jackson's niece, says they did not think it would have been their last time seeing him.
He went out to Idaho. We think he was going to come back, and he never comes back, especially not the way that we wanted him to come back.
While everyone is grieving his death, they try to remember the good times they shared with the LSUE basketball player.
There's so many. There's so many. I remember I passed him the ball and he had dunked on somebody and we all got on him and we were just cheering and he talked about it the whole week. As a player, he was really goofy, like on the court, always dancing, singing, doing something crazy, but he was always locked in.
LSUE men's basketball head coach Brian Starks says what happened to Jackson was unfortunate.
It's just one of those things in life that happens. Unfortunately, it happened to a very, very good kid and a very good dear family member, as we like to call him.
The Jim County Sheriff Office says Jackson's body was found Sunday 2 miles downstream in the Payette River by a volunteer. Authorities say Jackson was tubing with his friends June 11th when the accident happened.
We do have a little bit of relief knowing that, he's found and we can give him that proper burial, but, that hurt.
The family says they are making arrangements to ship Everette's body to Louisiana and are waiting for his autopsy to decide their next move. Rodrika Taylor, KLFY, News 10.
So, rest in peace to our dear brother. At the time she made this post, he was not confirmed dead. There was no body found. At this point, he was just missing, lost. Maybe could have been injured, or maybe he could have anything could, a lot of possibilities could have been at play here. But she talks about him as if she knew he was already gone. I'm lost for words. 6/11/22 will be a date I would never forget. Everette Jackson, thank you for caring for me, loving me, and making me feel beautiful inside and out. So, Gracie invited her then boyfriend, Everette Jackson, on the trip so he can attend a wedding with her. Alright? In Idaho. Once he gets to Idaho, she then says, "You can't come to the wedding because my people are Mormon, and Mormons think that black people or black skin is a curse of evil, of being dirty, or both, or whatever. But that's the gist of it. Gracie is not a kid. She's a young woman in college. She knows that Mormons don't, that Mormons think that black skin is a curse. I'm not buying That she forgot that or slipped her mind or whatever, I'm not buying that. So that's very suspicious that you invite your black boyfriend on a trip to attend a wedding, but somehow you forgot to tell him that your family don't like black people. Or think that black skin is a curse. Same thing pretty much.
Whether or not you think you can help by support. I've seen this community come together. I've seen this community come together and help with their time with Robert Manuel. I've seen people in need. This community bands together. This is no different. This is no different. Just because this young man wasn't from here, he was here. He was here. He was on this river. And I just ask that if you're a parent, imagine if this was your child. I have a 7-year-old daughter. If I had to fly to another state to look for her, I would expect just decent, basic humanity. Look at this river right now. Someone went missing right here. There's no boats on it looking. I want you guys to see this. There's not one boat on this river right now looking for this young man. There's not any divers out here right now looking for this young man. And we got a family 100 yards over there that could barely afford to make it out here. And they show up, and you got people taking their fishing boats, having a good time while they're looking for their kid. No one's helping. I'm not trying to say everybody's responsible, but I'm saying this is what we do. This is basic human compassion.
Everette Jackson's body was found 2 miles away from the spot it was last seen. Follow Plainest Jane on YouTube. She has more information and content on this case than most or all of the people that covered this case. More than most YouTube or content creators. So follow Plainest Jane, where she states that allegedly, Everette Jackson's clothes were washed. Plus the fact that Gracie and her family lawyered up, right? Now, regarding this specific case between Gracie and Everette, long story short, the police didn't even want to search, didn't even search initially until social media started getting in the uproar, until the family started trying to go to the news station and making a lot of noise about the fact that their son or their brother, uncle was not being searched for. That's when the police really got out there. I don't even got to get into the whole thing of that this was a white person, a white kid, a white 19-year-old boy or girl, how different it would have been. We all know that. We all know that. Fact of the matter is, we have to start spreading the word that this is the type of reactions and this is the America that we really live in, right? This is the America we live in. There's bias, nepotism, there's racism, there's white supremacy, all things that capitalism, all things that we don't benefit from. And we've all seen cases like Emmett Till, George Steiny, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, and many other cases in Jim Crow, right? All the way up to cases in 2024 that involves the snow bunny and the black man. And the black man always gets the short end of the stick. Love who you want to love. Love who you love. But facts will always be facts and opinions will always be opinions. And the fact of the matter is, in America, when you put the black man and the white woman together, those situations don't always pan out the way popular public consensus will want you to believe. It's almost like water and electricity. We know that those two entities have bad reactions when they are together, right? I will always promote black love on my channel, and I will always add context to other loves. They say love is love. I will always add context to other love. We see a large, huge interracial agenda going on right now. What I hope and aspire for this show is to unpack and break down the history, the current, and the future complications, situations, and socialization of interracial dating, interracial marriage, interracial mating, interracial procreation. That's what I hope to break down on this channel. And I want to go on this journey with my brothers and sisters.